Okay, so next, we are moving along, moving on down the street. Our next presentation is going to be the vacant lot. Vacant lot friends, are you here? Now, this project was brought to us by Assemblyman Charles Falls' office, and I know Rebecca Del Vecchio is here. This is located in Mariners Harbor, and the team will be able to tell you obviously a lot more about it. So vacant lot, are you here? And are you ready?
Yes, we are. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Mekhi.
Okay, I'm going to present now. Hmm. Hey, can everybody see it?
Yes.
Yes, I can
Okay.
see it very clear.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. My name is Mekhi Brown, and I am a senior at the Williamsburg High School for Architecture and Design. So, I will be graduating soon. But I am the
Mekhi,
project.
Mekhi, do you want to put in percent form? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if you, thank you.
Hi, my name is Mekhi Brown. I am a senior at the Williamsburg High School for Architecture and Design, and I've had the privilege of serving as the project manager for the vacant lot beautification at Mariners Harbor. On the screen, you see there are 8 names of all my amazing teammates who helped contribute to this beautiful presentation over the past few months. However, today it will be I and my colleagues Justin Hunter and Sonia Gonzalez who will be presenting. Here is the table of contents for our presentation. So before I dive into our proposal for the rebeautification, I figure we should talk about our goal. From the very beginning, our goal was to implement and propose a flower garden with the hopes that it will unify the community of Mariners Harbor, Staten Island. Here's some history for the Mariners Harbor, for the neighborhood of Mariners Harbor. The neighborhood is named after the bounty of oysters and other seafood that were harvested. The community is diverse and rich in maritime history and was filled with prominent shipping and dry dock companies in the early 1900s. Mariners Harbor is also known for its stately waterfront homes, built in the early 19th century by sea captains who wanted to live near the water. It was called Captain's Row. Some charming old homes still stand along the local streets like South Avenue and Mercer Avenue. Below are 2 images. The first one is a mural and a playground in Mariners Harbor, Staten Island. And this second one right here is just an overview of some of the homes in the neighborhood so that way you get a feel of what the neighborhood looks like. We also conducted a research on the neighborhood's demographics. So Mariners Harbor has a population of about 25,000 residents. All sections of the neighborhood have a substantial representation of Hispanic people, Black people, white people, with with the southern portion of the neighborhood having a small population of Asian people. So that information, you can tell that this is a very diverse, racially diverse neighborhood.
Hi, everyone. I'm Justin Hunter, and I am also a graduating senior. And here we have bus stops near the vacant lot, located between Van Name Avenue and Netherland Avenue. As you can see marked on the map here, we have tons of different bus stop locations that allow easy access to the vacant lot. Some of those names of the streets where our bus stops are located at include Van Pelt Avenue, Van Name Avenue, Forest Avenue, Union Avenue, Maple Parkway, and between Forest Avenue and Van Pelt Avenue. Next slide, please. And here we also have different locations around Staten Island and in Staten Island that allow easy access to the vacant lot as well. Some very famous places and bridges locations, such as the Bayonet Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, the Verrazano Bridge, as well as very famous parks, the Big Park, Maria's Harbor Playground, and the Faber Park. Next slide, please. because we know how easy and accessible our vacant lot is in Staten Island, we want, for our design proposal, we wanted to think and provide something to the community that will welcome not only uh, neighbors and community residents, but also visitors alike. And with that, we come to our precedent studies revolving around a community garden. Here we have our first precedent study revolving around the Good Life Garden, located in Bushwick. It offers arts, culture, education programming, as well as addressing the social economic needs of the community. And it's only organized and maintained by just a small group of 10 neighbors. We really liked how interwoven and connected the staff and management there is at the park, allowing for the community to feel welcome and at ease. Next slide.
So this next precedent study was designed and built in 2019, so it's still like relatively new, and it was designed by co-landscape architects from Openness Studio. What we loved about this specific garden was its spaciousness, how spacious it was. We appreciate the immense detail that accompanies all of the free space to control the heavy traffic flow. We also loved the middle image, this image right here. Oops, sorry. This image right here, because it has, as you can see, there's a plant above the ground. This provided a new concept that we wanted to implement into our own design. As for this community garden, this is in Kuwait. It was designed in Kuwait by an architect that goes by the name of Mohammed Mubarak. What we love was that the various design elements didn't overshadow the natural green aesthetic of this garden. This is a garden, so it is supposed to have a feel of nature to it. And as you can see in the images, there are so many different design elements going on all at once. However, what we appreciated was that it never overshadowed that. We also love that the walkways allowed for all aspects, all these different design elements to be viewed and it also just established a spacious design to control the traffic flow.
Okay, so with our community garden, we wanted to cover all bases with our community. So we started thinking of different ways we can attract visitors and residents alike. And what better way to attract visitors than food? Food is one of the most bonding activities human nature has to offer. And with this, we decided on having a proposed secondary food court added to our design. And the inspiration for this idea comes from the one and only Smorgasburg, located in many locations actually, but here we are specifically looking at the location in Williamsburg and Atlantic Center, New York, as they are very small and uptight locations, and our vacant lot is a very small location. So we didn't want to step out the realms of reality with these precedent studies. So here we have the open air food market, which we can see how adaptable the staff are at Smorgasburg as they handle their scheduling and set up every weekend, time and time again, and base their design around how many people are allowed to be in that one space. Every tent there has a certain number of limit capacity, and that's how they design it by. There's no area for overpopulation. There's no areas for not enough seating, not enough venues. We really liked how constructive the process was there at Smorgasburg, and we really took a lot of inspiration from it. Next slide.
Hi, my name is Sonia Gonzalez, and I am also a graduating senior at WHSAD. This is a president study, and it is Industry City by Terrain. located in New York City and is located between two busy buildings, and it also has a walkway with the surrounding greenery. This is an innovation that was made to serve the tenants in the area and a wider community. Next slide. This is another president study, and it is Olmsted, which is located in Brooklyn, New York, and it's a restaurant. I found this place very interesting because it does relate to our idea of a community garden and a farmer's market. And I think we could take the idea of the lights all around the place and make the area light up, especially during the night times, and to take the idea of having people being able to eat around the greenery and the plants just to have a chill setting to it. Next slide. These are our necessities. And the first necessity we think should be added is a sprinkler system to help water and maintain the plants with a consistent schedule, and a removable composting system that would make the aeration of the compost easy. Next slide. These are our factors that we took into consideration during our design process in order to ensure the community engagement. The first one is our residents. How will the noise and foot traffic and the public interactions impact the residents' lifestyle? And safety, how will people's activities within this lot play a part in the into the safety of the community and the community? How will the pandemic impact the public space, and what does the community already have and need? Next slide.
So what you're looking at here is a 3D model of the vacant lot, which is the green area and its surroundings, which is representative of all the homes and surrounding buildings. This 3D model was created in the computer software AutoCAD by our amazing team member Ryan Singh, who unfortunately can't present with us today. But the purpose of him remodeling this was to help us visualize the size of the vacant lot in comparison to its surroundings and just by itself, so that way it would help shape how we would go about coming up with the layout for its design. What you're viewing here are two bubble diagram drawings. This one on the left is a very basic bubble diagram drawing, just regular pencil and paper. As you can see, we have one narrow walkway that goes straight down the middle and kind of in a way splits the space in two. And on one side, we have the program of the garden area, which will be exclusive to all the flowers and other plants accompanying it, along with its own storage unit on one side, on one end. And on the other side, we have a food court or a food stand, along with its designated eating areas. However, on next to it is a more intricate design that we came up with, where the garden areas, once again, that will be designated for the flowers and plants, is scattered around, and it's not just one narrow space. It comes in different shapes and sizes, and it comes on all sides of the space, and it's scattered around. This way, we figured that this was good because it allow more residents and more visitors to visit different plants, different flowers multiple times. It also alleviates a lot of the traffic flow that we felt could come as a result of the walkway. Also, with this and more intricate design that's highlighted, you can see that there's a food stand, a food court, along with its two designated eating areas. So that remained. Here is here is a floor planner design of the vacant lot of our layout. This is a modeling thing. This is a modeling practice that we use to help us with our own visualization. As you can see, we ended up going with the narrow walkway while also still implementing multiple different flowers and different plants with the flower beds, as you can see right here. And here's a different angle of it, so you can see it in its 3D form to get a better visualization of it. For community outreach, Ms. Heather Butt's nonprofit organization Health for Youths, along with Assemblyman Charles Fall, made great strides in maintaining the lot. If you want to know more, you can definitely check out the Health for Youths Instagram page. With this, we wanted to present an aesthetically pleasing area for the Mariners Harbor community. Not only will this promote more community interaction, it will also encourage immense pride for the residents of Mariners Harbor.
These are flowers for the garden. These two type of flowers that you see are perennials, and the third one is a vine and climbers type of plant. And all three of these flowers have a simple but vibrant color to them, and they all have a different feel to them. And these are just some plants that we feel would be aesthetically pleasing to the proposed flower garden and that would grow well in the Staten Island area.
Thank you so much, all of you, for listening.
Awesome. And also thank you, Vacant, for getting us exactly back on time. Well played. Well played. Does anybody have any questions or comments for the Vacant Lot team?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mekhi, Justin, and Sonia, for presenting, and everyone on your team for putting that together. I really just absolutely love that your goal from the very beginning was to bring the community together, and whether that's, making sure that it's a gathering place and there's food involved, or it's a gathering place where members of the community are involved in the garden, and especially, that you're looking at the bus routes, you're looking at how it's accessible. I think that's just wonderful, and I'm so grateful for all of your work on this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I just want to also add that if you notice, there were 8 people on this team. It's actually incredible what they did, because for most of the time we worked together, they were 2 completely separate teams. I don't know that you would know that, because the way that they seamlessly put together their presentation, they made themselves appear like one completely functioning working team. So that takes a lot of effort to get 8 people to be able to work together in a seamless fashion, so that you don't even know that for most of the time together they were 2 separate teams. It's extremely impressive. So that alone gets a lot of kudos. Great job, Vacant Lot, for making a seamless transition to one team. And again,
Thank you.
You're
I
very
think we were brought together by the fact that we all had the same goal. Actually, we both teams of ours thought up the community garden, because it's such a accessible location in New York City, and we felt that we had to bring people together in Staten Island, because it's seen as one of the more forgotten boroughs in New York City, and we know our design proposal is very ambitious, but what this ambition will provide us is with more community feedback and allowing more people to be brought together and actually visit Staten Island and bring up Staten Island back to its roots.
I love
That was
it.
a pun. See, I've been holding back. I wanted to say this is a project that really grows on you, but that speaker beat me to the punch. That was a beautiful, beautiful sentiment you just expressed, and I want to compliment you for that and for the whole project and your whole team. Good job.
I just want to say that Edward Burke has been very restrained. He is known for his puns. And I'm not sure why he's been so restrained up until now, but, feel free to, let the puns fly. Okay.